want to say from the age of 3, I never played with Barbie. My mother told me that I had a plank of wood, picked up my first hammer at the age of 3, and I hammered it to the kitchen floor. So I always used to play with wood because I used to love building things. But then my career spanned 30 years in the commercial print industry. And since I've retired at the age of 44, I'm nearly 55 now, I was obsessed with wood and wood turning. And when I went to Greece, I wanted to sort of research it. I've got a house there, and I built when my father passed away, I sent all my dad's tools over there. He was a motor mechanic. And I think my father was a big inspiration to me, learning how to make things. He sort of taught me how to be a practical girl. So one day I was in Greece, and I thought, I was watching some YouTube, and I thought, I'd love to learn how to do this. And I bought an entry-level lathe there, and when I came to Sydney, until I found my workshop, which I set up completely by myself, then I researched so much until I found the Fiona product, and I just loved it. It was my blank Ferrari. and I basically bought the tools, and I thought, what do I do now? So I just started teaching myself trial and error. Well, the Greek festival saw my work, and they said to me, we would love to exhibit. We've never had an exhibition to stage. Normally it's photography, it's painting, it's illustrators, nothing of this nature. And that's how it started. They asked me about a year ago when I had 20 items, and since then I've been busy with a bee like Geppetto in my little gallery, and just making things. And I've got to the point where I'm ready now. What do I produce? Really, the wood dictates, because I never know what it's going to be. It's a little bit like a Kinder Surprise. I don't know what it's going to be until I look at the wood and I start turning, and then I start to feel what it's going to be. Sure, come inside. The creative aspect of my mind was the part that I loved about the job, because I used to work with a lot of advertising agencies, work on their concepts and the design, and also the solution on manufacturing. So I've cut my teeth in the background of sales, design and manufacturing. And the fact that I understand and I'm addicted to process, this type of business, art, craft, call it what you may, because I don't do it for money, I don't do it for business, but I find some of the things that you do and you love, things are born out of that, because you don't have the stress and pressure on the monetary side. Oh, I've got to turn 50 bowls to pay the rent. I'm fortunate enough that I've made good decisions in my younger days that I can do this for love, and it's becoming a business that I never thought it would be. So then I've got to sort of balance that out with my current lifestyle, and I don't end up getting bogged down and then it becomes work. So I've got to have that, make sure that I have that equilibrium of pleasure, remuneration, that the fact that the best remuneration for me is that people love what I do and they want to display it in their home. I mean, I can't put a value on that. First started in Greece, and I didn't even know what they called a lathe in Greek. So I had to ring a friend of mine and show him a picture. What do you call this machine in Greece? And unfortunately in Greece, they've only got those little entry levels. They've got the little lever with the gears. And it sort of turned up, and I had some basic tools, they almost looked like a knife and fork. I wouldn't even call them tools. And I thought, well, how do I use this? So I just started experimenting. I didn't even know how to put it between centers. I kind of just did trial and error, just because I can build things. Like I'm really good with my hands and equipment. It kind of, common sense kicked in. But then it was learning how to present the tool to the wood. The first time I put the tool to the wood, the bowl gouge or the spindle gouge, it just grabbed my tool and it frightened the hell out of me. But then I sort of got to, I looked at a couple of YouTube videos to try to sort of say, okay, that's what I've got to look at. And somebody said to me, don't even attempt a bowl for at least 2 years, you've got to do spindle turning. Well, as soon as you told me that, I thought that's like a red flag to a bull. I go, no, I'm going to do a bowl now. and I did the little cup bowl. I was so excited, and I've still got that in Greece. It's one of my first little projects. Then I started researching. I wanted to get a lathe. Well, actually, I needed to find a building, because when we come back from Greece, I'd said to my husband, I go, look, it's going to drive me nuts having to wait to go back and do this. I'm addicted. We need to find a building where I can set up a workshop, which we did. This used to be a garage. And so then I started researching what lathes can I buy in Australia. And believe me, I'm so thorough. And I looked at everything. And I came across this Laguna lathe. And I call it my black Ferrari, because I just love everything about it. I love the way the tool slides, the way that everything works, or the variable speed, all the bells and whistles. I think I've got the inverter for the vacuum. I've got the wheels. I've got the extension to sort of do the bigger pieces here. My shower curtains. So this is where I turn up to about 1/2 metre platters on this end. So yep, I was addicted, and I'm still buying accessories and things because I just love it. I love it.
What made you pick Laguna?
I wanted to, even though the smaller lathe could do the smaller projects, I still do tiny projects on this, and I like the capacity to do bigger projects. It's a bit like, the theory is, I call this my black Ferrari. I like to have a Ferrari in the garage, even though I'm going to drive it like a Ford or a Commodore. I want to know that when I put my foot down, I got the power. So I like to think outside the square, and I never sort of buy. I like to think that I don't walk in and say, what's the cheapest? I say, what's the top of the range? And then, so I need to understand, what am I getting for that? What's slightly under that, and what's below that? And I came to this was my Ferrari, because the small lathe that I initially bought, which was kind of a variable speed lathe, I just use that for buffing now. I don't really turn anything on that. So I don't have the setup. So I just got buffing wheels on that. So I make tiny little things here, from spinning tops, which is tiny, to like big 1/2 metre platters. So I like the ability that one thing can do multiple things. It's a bit I haven't turned, and then I start to shape that in like that, and then I go through all the grits and then the wet sanding.